Alvin, okay.
Alvin, okay, yeah, there's Hellfriar.
That's his, yeah.
Yep. You have to check and see what links you can do with Leia once we're in combat.
Yeah.
This is way easier to check those in combat.
Here we go again.
Sorry, I broke your link there.
That's no good.
Let's go!
Tornado drive! Hit him with earth! Punishing shot! Now is our time.
Okay!
Pow roll!
I'll cover you!
Symphony of spirits. Arcfire! Tidal wave! Guardian field!
Let's smash them!
Leave it to me.
I'm ready! I'm
Our
ready!
powers combined.
Okay!
Out of the way!
Right on point! We're done! I'm pooped!
Well, I didn't see anything trigger. I guess I'll have to look after all.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate, but... Let me see. Oh, this is bigger than I thought.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh. Good, I don't have to knock these down again.
Yep.
Oh,
Maybe we just hug the left wall.
yeah.
Hey, why's that thing got a...
Burning? Let's see. One shade shaft skeleton. They don't seem especially dangerous.
Symphony of spirits.
Yeah. Alvin, do you have...
Sonic Thrust? Moonlight,
good, he's got
Moonlight
some
Cleft,
Squall
Shot.
Okay. Clef.
Squall shot! Time for some fun.
Invigorating rain! Soulstoke!
Ooh, and it heals.
It does.
Ooh, that's handy.
Moonlight cleft. Time for some fun.
Spinning thunder! Right on
Yeah,
point!
okay.
Tidal wave. Squall shot.
Right on point!
Tidal wave.
Let's show our skills!
Time for some fun.
Invigorating rain!
It's over.
What?
Damn it.
Nothing?
Dance. Open your eyes and witness your
Oh.
final demise. Terminus Pride. I always got a few tricks
Yeah,
on me.
pretty simple, but effective.
Level up for Alvin.
And Leia.
And the Lisa's gonna get one probably
Just
after the
keeps
next
getting-
fight.
All right!
Yeah. How do you switch control mid-battle? You can do that, right, with your
It's,
partner?
yeah, it was either hold. I think it was hold down L1 and then
The person.
the direction on the D-pad that you want to like
Switch
control.
to. Ah, okay.
I believe was the thing for it.
Let's see.
Jude and Leia.
Yeah, and Leia can still be really useful for stealing and stuff, so...
True story.
Tag team!
Yes, I win.
Oh.
Right on point!
Whirlwind snap. Whirlwind snap. Here.
Right on point!
Let's do this.
Got it! Tempest pirouette!
Nice. Ow.
Get him. Here. Whirlwind snap. Here. That's one.
Got it!
Tidal wave.
Tempest pirouette!
Wow,
Right
that
on
was
point!
wasted.
No, it allowed the gauge to get moving again.
Yeah, that's true.
Get him!
All that training's paying off.
Oh,
Maybe it's time for a black belt.
cool. Ah, it's shining, so it distracted me.
Unfortunately, it's not the right kind of shining.
Yeah, I know, jeez. Oh, wait, was I in here before?
Probably.
Must have been.
Appears there's just as much nothing in here this time.
Well, okay then. this way. Whoa. Into the hole. Gotcha.
Get him!
Try wind! Symphony of spirits! Try wind! Whirlwind snap! Whirlwind snap! Let's do this!
Got it! I'll protect you!
Symphony
Ooh,
of
look at all those power hits.
Tidal wave!
Sweet!
All right.
I'll help too!
Symphony of spirits! Tidal wave! Whirlwind snap!
Is fighting the only answer?
Oh, I was
Follow the
first
left
time.
wall. Yep.
Get him!
It's not working?
Here! Now is our time! Whirlwind snap!
Go, Tipo! Sharing is caring!
One!
Got it!
Okay. Never mind. I guess I'm not gonna get scary
Oh,
around.
sorry about that.
Savage roar! Savage roar! Savage roar!
Wait a minute, is that?
Savage roar!
There it is.
Strike!
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Final fury!
I'm stronger
Okay.
than I look.
Alright, forgot we were on the last one. Okay. Into the depths.
And then all the way down to that
Remember
little
that big squirmy
hole in the
monster we
wall.
fought before? There's only one of those, right?
Don't say things like that. You'll jinx us.
Into the butthole of the wall.
Well, this seems like a good place for the spot to place the liquor. Guess.
Fantastic.
Teleport back to the man?
Yep.
Huh. Not Charlton. Thanks for your help. That mine is where my best friend lost his life in an accident. He always loved that wine, so he should be happy now. I don't have much to offer, but I can tell you I truly appreciate what you did for him.
Wait.
I got an iolite ore.
Cool.
Alright.
Now we can head back to the Lacudum High Road and actually carry
Once
on.
I pick up this shiny thing. Hard scale. Cool.
Nice.
We're going to...
Lacudum High Road.
Okay. Onward!
Onward.
The spirit.
Sorry, old man.
Something about a spirit climb.
Yeah.
Fall!
Right on point!
Symphony of spirits. Tidal wave! That's one!
Got it!
Symphony of spirits.
All right.
Alright. Ah! 22 experience left.
Oh, rude. Wait, is our
Food?
food buff out?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Go to rice. Medium. Spirit climb keeps the area cloaked in perpetual
that
golden.
sounds so romantic.
Sunset.
Yeah. I turn around.
Go, Tipo! Sharing is caring!
Tidal wave!
Dude, using darkness!
Let's do this.
Got it!
It's not working?
Strike! Symphony of spirits. Tidal wave! Now is our time.
Hey! Go, Tipo! Shit! This reminds me of our training.
I only remember getting beat up by you.
Sounds about right. Jude seems like the
I
type that
feel
would get
much
beat up.
stronger.
Yeah.
Bigger and better.
There go. A bag.
Pointy talons.
Shiny.
Fur.
Fur. Nope.
Also no. Bolt.
Ah, yes. Box with 3,000 gold.
money. Hell yeah.
I'll take it. It's probably close to an armor upgrade. Ah.
Fur. Great.
Oh.
Give it to us straight, Doc. How's Mila doing?
I understand this asperixis device is quite advanced, but I can't imagine it could have healed such a grievous wound in so little time.
Pretty weird, ain't it?
When I first applied the asperixis, it caused such intense pain that she passed out. But now that she's more used to it, she can tolerate it, as long as she doesn't exert herself.
Doesn't sound like she's ready for any kind of battle. Sorry, I shouldn't give you such a hard time. It's not like Mila would let a little pain slow her down, right?
Thank you for the explanation. We'll take the lead for a while and give Mila time to rest.
Yeah.
As long as I'm on the battlefield, I'm sure we'll get by.
Thanks, guys.
When I see a sunset like this, I can't help but think of home.
Not really a sunset though. It's just kind of the spirit climb being like perpetually this time of day.
Yeah. Well.
Link Ward.
Oh. Oops. Wasn't far enough back.
I'm here. Get him.
Well, you don't resist whirling snap, so.
Got it. Go, Tipo. Sharing is caring.
Now is our time.
Okay.
Ah, yes. Use off of Ignite Terror?
Yes.
Open the covenant of darkness. Ignite. I got your back. Locked on target. Charge complete. Fire. It's gonna hurt.
Oh?
I'm home. Scary go round.
Oh. Huh.
And Scary Go Round has a chance to apply like basically every single debuff in the entire game.
What?
Yeah.
That's silly.
Hey, looky here.
Let's do this.
Got it.
Like it's probably the
Victory.
best
Well
like
done,
single
everyone.
mystic art in the game in terms of
Ah.
like utility, just because it
So it might be handy on bosses, you think?
it can apply a bunch of stuff. Like,
Yeah.
a bunch of stuff.
Ooh, okay.
Not that it necessarily will, but it can. Should be another. Well, there should be a hole along that right-hand wall. There's some. Yep.
Hang on.
There, I just saw it.
Yeah. Giant shell. To the hole.
These tight, dark spaces always get me a little spooked.
Nice. There should be an Ifrit's treasure in here as well.
I'll find it eventually. Oh, box.
Sweet. Okay.
Okay, hang on.
Oh, yep. I think we both saw it.
When I see a sunset like this,
Before that tree
I can't
loaded
help
in.
but think of dinner. Are we eating soon?
Are we? Hang on a sec. We got 5 more uses actually before we need dinner, Elise.
We cannot climb that cliff yet, I don't believe. I don't think there's a... Yeah, there's not.
Oh, alright.
Dohalim! Grow
Yeah.
some vines or whatever. Or Leia, I guess. Proto-Dohalim, grow some vines.
I don't think she has earth powers though.
Bag. More fur. What, shiny on your left?
Oh, Ah. Oh, wow. Nice.
Push through.
We got this!
All right.
I'll help too!
All right.
I'll help too! Hey, looky here!
Stole a hazardous liquid.
Oh, cool.
Flash!
Symphony of spirits. Tidal wave.
Boom! Right on point!
Symphony.
Is fighting the only answer?
I mean, kinda, yeah. Oh, Mila leveled.
So this
Really
is
good level.
experience.
Oh, skip.
I've never traveled this deep into Auj Oule before.
Nor I. In
Yeah.
Rashagal, very little is known about the interior regions of Auj Oule.
Well, if anyone has any questions, fire away. I've actually come here a number of times.
Have you?
Because you have a girl in Auj Oule?
That's your
I
assumption?
came for work, mind you. Work. But sure,
Sex work?
I may have met a few girls
Because you
over
have
the
a girl
course
in
of my
Auj Oule?
duties.
Not the most emphatic denial.
Ah, Elise is blushing there.
Elise, have you been reading Mila's books?
Maybe.
Don't read the one about bondage. That gave Mila weird fantasies.
Expecting a message, Alvin?
Yeah, I think seems to find you everywhere.
I've seen him using that bird to send letters before. To a woman, apparently.
Did
Oh,
you
baby.
think
Sorry,
Mila
folks,
would
I'll
care?
be done in a jiff. Everyone, take 5.
See? Told you.
Uh-huh.
What news from the Von
Hey,
Eltia?
Mila. You gave something to Ivor a while back. Was it the thing you swiped from the laboratory?
Yes, it was the Spyrex used to operate the Lance of Kresnik.
Okay.
That little thing?
Sure.
But shouldn't you keep it with you?
No, in fact, it would be dangerous to get anywhere near the Lance of Kresnik with that Spyrex in hand.
Oh, well, you know better than me.
There is a problem, however. The channeling circle that bound and captured the Four. I believe it was generated by that Spyrex. I will need to generate a channeling circle of equal power to release them.
In other words, you'll need that Spyrex to save the 4 great spirits.
I may need the Four's power to destroy the Lance of Kresnik, too. The real question, then, is when should I retrieve the key from Ivor?
Well, luckily we can teleport.
Hey, does that mean you can also use Spyrex to cast arts? It's not just for the Lance of Kresnik?
Like,
What's the simplest
The one
way
on
to
your
explain
leg?
this? Remember the street lamps in Fenmont?
oh,
People light
Yeah.
them with spirit arts. It's a simple parlor trick. Even a child could do it. But what
Okay.
happens if more powerful spirit arts are required?
Those require a powerful caster, someone with a mana lobe of sufficient capacity. The greater the capacity, the more mana can be produced when using arts.
okay.
That capacity is determined at birth.
Oh,
It's immutable.
Precisely. That's one of the laws of Riza Maxia. But a Spyrex doesn't rely on the caster at all. A caster wielding a Spyrex can power anything, from a tiny streetlight to a gigantic object like the Lance of Kresnik.
okay.
Mana capacity ceases to be a limitation.
But that sounds really handy.
Well,
It's not.
It is handy, and that's precisely why it's so dangerous. With the Spyrex, anyone can wield arts potent enough to capture the Four.
basically, if any idiot on the street could wield that level of power without any discipline
And
to
anyone
require
can use
it.
that power to kill others. Just as they plan to do with the Lance of Kresnik.
Yeah.
Anyhow, we should get going.
She's right about one thing. Weapons like the Lance of Kresnik must be destroyed. But is Spyrex itself really such a bad thing?
Dude, consider for a second that this is a Tales game, and she's definitely not telling you everything.
Yeah.
You seem to know a lot about golems. What was that you said about earth spirits?
Golems are artificial constructs created by the Rashagol army through Earth Spirit channeling.
Yeah, those ones from the fort,
They
right?
can only work within particular spirit climes, but they're very powerful.
Impressive.
Isn't she smart? Although she did just hear all that from Rowan.
Ah, Tipo.
So she's just the conductor's parrot.
Elise learns spirit arts through intuition alone, so she hasn't made a proper study of the subject. However, once she learns something, her ability to recall it is quite impressive.
I learned a lot of other things too.
What things?
Like Fenmont is protected to the north and south by golems, and the Fezabel Marsh.
Okay.
It's an impregnable defense.
Impregnable, huh? Can you tell me what that means?
Alvin.
Well,
Perhaps it's time we expand our lessons beyond just spirit arts.
A little basic vocabulary, okay.
hey, Mila? Are you really Maxwell?
I am. Had I not mentioned that yet?
Ah, she isn't human! Run away!
Tipo!
Having seen the strength of Mila's resolve, I have no trouble believing that to be true.
So how come you look so normal?
I have taken physical form by using the elements within a human body as a catalyst. So it has proven to be an irksome vessel with many limitations.
So Mila is Maxwell in a human body.
Well, it doesn't change who she is, right? Let's leave it at that.
Unless there was a human that was supposed to be in that body before you took it over.
It's still a little scary.
But haven't you always known Mila to be scary when she's angry about something?
I guess that's true.
Oof.
Are they afraid of me? Or is that a sign of respect?
Eh, bit of both.
Well, I suppose either will do.
Either will do.